I'm Josh with Waupaca Community Media. We've got Ron Sari from the School District of Waupaca and Aaron Jensen from the City of Waupaca for our update this week. And this year's theme for the school, we're in this together. And in it together right up through the last day for students yesterday. And today, Wednesday, your staff is getting wrapped up. And I know you just wanted to speak a little bit on getting through the school year and getting to the end.
Yeah, we are feeling pretty good about the year, wrapping it up. It was a successful year thanks to our staff. And, you know, I put at the bottom of my weekly update that I send out to our staff and parents, we're in this together. And some people say, well, it's just a cliche, but you know what, really, in reality, it isn't. It truly is from our lens. We're in this together. You know, we've got bus drivers that they see our kids first thing in the morning every day. At the end of the day, they're the last one to see our students. And our custodians keeping our schools clean. And I mean, all of our schools look brand new. That's the kind of quality work they do. And the maintenance, keeping our buildings and our grounds at the way they are. And our secretaries running our offices and the ed assistants and our food lunch ladies and our tech coaches and our teachers and administration and the school board. And we are all in this together. And even though we're in 4 different buildings, it was nice today to have everybody for breakfast in one spot. It was really nice to see everybody. All of us in all 4 buildings are working towards that same goal: excellence in education. And so, good cap to the end of another good year, Josh.
Very cool. We'll jump over to Aaron as we head into summer. The first movie, I guess I was going to say movie in the park, but it's called Park and Watch Movie. It's not in a park, but double feature this Friday somewhere other than a park. So tell us about that.
Yeah, so it's 6 o'clock and 8 o'clock this Friday. I know my kids are excited. The first one is Sing 2. I believe that's the one we're going to be going to. That starts at 6 Friday at the airport. They bring a big inflatable screen out there and project it onto that, and then you can either watch it from outside of your vehicle or you can watch it from inside of your vehicle, and just kind of like a drive-in, the old drive-in theaters, you can tune in the audio to your vehicle. So that's pretty neat. And then at 8 o'clock, there's a Spider-Man movie, a new Spider-Man. I don't know. I guess I haven't been up to speed on the Spider-Man movies, but that'll be neat. That's for a little bit of the older crowd. And of course, it'll be getting dark by the end of that one. So it should be fun. And I know our airport managers are excited to get some people that maybe don't see the airport or don't have a reason to come to the airport to kind of show them the facilities. And our Park and Rec department's done a good job at putting that out. So we're excited.
And speaking of Park and Rec, another milestone reach as progress is made on the splash pad and playground project at Swan Park.
Yeah, so this is a project that has been in the works for a lot of months. And really, it's been spearheaded by our current director, at least for the next couple days, and our Friends of Waupaca Parks group, which is a fundraising group that assists with fundraising for different Parks and Rec programs, or park improvements, or volunteer days. They've done a fantastic job. Actually raised about right around $700,000 for that project, and that's going to be kind of a redo or a revamp of the current playground out there. It's 20 years old approximately, and there's a lot of components that are falling apart. We can't get pieces for it anymore. Obviously, safety issues when that happens. So the playground is one piece of it, and then the splash pad is another piece. And then there will also be a little facility and bathrooms that are closer to those facilities. It's going to go in the same location as the playground is now. You'll probably have noticed that there's been trees that have been cut down there in that area at Swan Park. And if you've been out there recently, it looks a lot different than it used to. And that's in preparation for the project. So at council, the contracts for both the splash pad and the playground facilities and design were approved. Now that's kind of the first bid of 2. The second bid will be more of the site work, and that will be coming in the near future. So hopefully, start that in August, September of this year and see some progress really soon.
And that's something that would, as long as everything gets done and on time, would be something that would be available next summer, correct?
Correct. Yes.
one more year to go till we've got that splash pad ready for use. And then speaking of the parks, the school's hosting a summer school class, alternating between a couple of the parks called Community Ties. You've got 8 different speakers coming in. Tell us a little bit about that, Ron.
Yeah, this is Danielle McHugh's class that she has put on, and it's really neat. So 8 different speakers. The first is June 15th, Wednesday, June 15th, and that's at South Park. And a representative from State Farm Insurance will be there and talking about renters, car, homeowners. The next week, it's at Riverview Park on June 22nd, and the guest speaker will be somebody from the Waupaca Foundry talking about what employers are looking for, what they're not looking for, and the education needed for any job or career. So a lot of different speakers coming. There's a free lunch for the first 20 that sign up, but after that, I would imagine they would still, if other people wanted to come, students or their parents or anybody, they could do that as well. It's from 11:30 to 1 o'clock on those Wednesdays beginning June 15th.
Very cool. And then we'll bounce back to Aaron. The city's restarting their employment process, seeking a new deputy treasurer. Tell us about that.
Yep. So that was a position that we actually went out and posted. It was several weeks ago again, and that's actually the end of the posting was several weeks ago. And then in that same time frame, we hired a finance director, technically assistant finance director right now, but going to be the finance director. So as we went through that process and onboarding and worked through just getting that person familiar with everything that's happening here at City Hall, we decided to postpone the deputy treasurer because that finance director is going to be that person's direct report. Now, Stephanie, our soon-to-be finance director, has gotten her feet on the ground. We've reopened that, and we just wanted to repost it for another 2 weeks. So all the applications that were in prior, those individuals have been committed, and they are still candidates. But we are, we have reposted that to June 15th. We'll review any applications that come in at that time and start that interview process very soon.
Very cool. And then there's some other employment opportunities also posted on the city's website in addition to that one. So I'm looking for a patrol officer and then a park and rec director. So a couple other things if you're interested to go see online, cityofwaupaca.org.
Correct. Yep.
Is this Sunday the Sunday that the airport has the Lions pancake breakfast?
That's on the 19th, Father's Day.
Oh, that's on the next
always on Father's Day. Yep.
Okay.
Hard to believe we're almost that time of year, moving quick.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last little thing we'll talk about is a new program, Good News Waupaca, and that's something myself, the community media department, is partnering with the Rotary Club, and it's kind of partially a revival of our old What's Happening Waupaca TV show. We've moved it to be more of a radio program, and that took a hiatus while COVID was going on, and we're kind of reviving that. And the Rotary Club had an idea. They bring in a lot of guest speakers and thought some of those stories that those speakers shared would be good to connect with the community. So we're partnering, taking kind of 2 similar concepts and merged into something new. And we had our debut episode on June 1st. We'll be doing it live the first and third Wednesday of the month, 9 a.m. So that program's available to the community to come into the studio if they've got an event going on, looking for volunteers. Just want to talk about what an organization does. If you go to waupaca.tv, you can book a slot right there to get on an upcoming episode. So Aaron want me to kind of bring that up a little bit, introduce it, but it's kind of a rebranding and retooling of What's Happening Waupaca was, and getting the Rotary involved with sharing what they've got going on, and I think just a new neat way for the community to connect each other with local information.
Yeah, it's just one of the many very neat things that our community media department has done. So Josh, tons of credit to you. I have one more thing, and that we didn't talk about before this that I'd love to recognize. And actually, Mayor Smith recognized it at council last night. But there's a group in Waupaca that doesn't get nearly enough credit. They don't even probably want credit, but it's the Waupaca Garden Club. They are unbelievable. It's a group of people, about 9, and they are responsible for the beautiful flower arrangements, plantings, maintenance throughout the year at Rasmussen Park on the very north end of Main Street, also at Jim Boyer Park on the corner of 49 and Hillcrest. And they also do some work at South Park around the flagpoles and various locations. Actually, randomly ran into one of them in Iola who was also planting flowers in a boulevard in Iola. And I said, who are you with? So on and so forth. And I actually was informed that he was a part of the Waupaca one too. And it's amazing. They put in a ton of hours, and really their work adds a ton to our city. So just wanted to say we appreciate that.
All the parks have something unique, but Rasmussen's kind of neat how it's built up on that hill right downtown. So if you haven't been down there, take a walk and check that out. It's a nice bookend Main Street.
It is. It's gorgeous.
Ron, Aaron, appreciate the time to get the community up to date, and we will talk again soon.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Josh.